Try again. Does this work?
All right, I can hear you now. All right, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed the problem before I started streaming on OBS. All of a sudden, everything. I have an audio interface that says, I can set all my audio settings to go straight to that interface, the Behringer in and out 1 and 2, but all of a sudden everything switched to default, which should also be pointing at that thing, but for some reason it's not. I don't understand why it switched back, and I also don't know why the default setting isn't going to the thing that I actually set as default. I don't know. Whatever. Just computers being computers, I guess. This audio setup and so forth is difficult enough without just strange mysteries like that. Speaking of strange mysteries.
Why is the BRB screen shaking?
What?
Why is the BRB screen shaking?
Why is the BRB... I took it off the screen. You shouldn't even be...
Oh, okay, I'll refresh the screen. Let me see.
Okay.
All right, I refreshed it. It has gone, so I don't know.
Okay. Also, what I probably should be doing... I don't know why I didn't think of this before.
We've got a few viewers this time around.
Does it help if I screen share the game to you so you can get the results faster than just waiting for the Twitch stream?
I suppose we can do that if you want to try it. It depends. Will that cause problems with the stream? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly a huge dynamic, a lot going on the screen for this game, but
I did have that issue last time where I was waiting for results to come through. So
yeah. So
okay, let me just bring my map up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'll need to talk about that, but first, just the test of the lag. Read what I type in as soon as you get it. Okay. Ready? I'm gonna type something in this thing and just to test the lag. Okay. Are you there?
Yep.
Okay. Here it is. Now.
5, 6, 7.
Okay. Yeah. That was it. I just wanted to see, like, it came in really fast. So
all right.
I don't need to. So we got really low. Yeah.
I still remember when I did one of my online Japanese classes, and I figured out the latency was really low because I sent a message through, and my Japanese teacher lost her shit straight away. I was just so impressed that the latency was so low, but then again, we were in the same city, so
yeah. All right, so I got to fill you in a little bit, Moss, on a couple things.
Yeah.
First of all, I need to fill you in on what just happened. I was playing Limbo. It's a platformer. It's pretty hard. It's easy to die. There's an achievement, get 5 deaths or less. Really hard. I did do it. I did get the achievement with 1 death, and it was toward the end of the game. So I was kicking myself for...
Well done. That's still an achievement.
It is an achievement. I feel like that achievement they really wanted to put a perfect game as the achievement, but they instead gave a little bit of leeway with the players just to be nice. I think they really wanted a perfect game achievement. But instead they set the number at 5 instead of 0. But since I got 1 death toward the end of the game, I was kicking myself, and that's all I could think of about the whole run, so I decided to go on a second run. And once again, I got toward the end of the game, and I died again. I didn't even finish that run because I was so frustrated. So each run takes about an hour. So I'm just telling you that's my mood. Like, I've been intensely playing a platformer. So I'm welcoming this as a change of scenery. It's going to be a different pace.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good for me, but I need to bring it down. Like I'm wound up, ready to relax. I've got the whiskey here. I need to settle down because I've been nervous. I've been wound up. It's been intense. Now it's time to bring it down. So this will be good. But I'm just saying that's my mood. Anyway, you were gonna say?
Yeah. I can't actually remember that. Yeah, the maps.
Oh, back to the game. Yeah. Yeah, the other thing I was going to tell you about the game was you sent me those things, and I should have been, but I was also distracted the last couple of days really practicing that game because my mind was on that performance. Fine. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to, or I was able to, but I really wanted to nail the Limbo achievement, which I did do. But
I mean, I can look at the map and tell you where to go, or sort of partially tell you where to go.
Yeah, and you also sent me the manual. Yeah, let me put that up. Is that? Put that there. No, don't do that.
Because it did say the way you're supposed to. The objective of the game is to put treasures in the trophy case, which I don't think the game actually said.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for the game to actually give a clue that that's what you were supposed to do, and it never did. It kind of reminds me what happened with you with Limbo. It kind of reminds me a bit of. I did play through Prince of Persia once without dying, and I played it through another time, and I accidentally jumped into a guard on level 10 and died once. So I accidentally pressed the up arrow. And then another time, I got to level 8, I accidentally walked off a ledge, and then I couldn't get back to where I was, so I had to restart the level. And then I kept getting killed on level 12, and I don't know why, by my own shadow, so... A bit like that when you're going for the no deaths run on certain games.
Yeah. So where's the stream? There's the stream. Yeah, so I'm wound up. Now I'm gonna wind down here.
All right, we're down to 11 viewers now. Someone obviously got bored.
Well, that's as high as we had during Limbo, so.
No, we got. It was 12 when I arrived, so.
I know, but I mean that was peak viewers. Like it was around 9 or 10, kind of the whole time. So.
Did Lauren end up coming, or was it?
Yeah, she saw the whole thing, and she left. Like 5 seconds before I died. It was really weird.
All right.
I would think that I I'd say, oh, that distracted me or whatever, but I swear I pressed that button to hit that switch at the perfect time. It was perfect timing, and it didn't count it on the same thing that the first run it did count when I thought I missed it. So I don't understand. Whatever. Anyway, don't need to dwell on it. Yeah, back to this game. You said you have maps, and you sent me the manual. Yeah, here's.
I don't know why the GOG release is missing the manual.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to like, should I put stuff on the screen on the stream?
No, just leave the text up. I'll reference the technical map I made because it's probably going to be a little bit too chunky to put on the screen because I just put together a table.
Okay. Oh yeah, we need to get some music on too.
Put on a stream. All right.
We gotta get some music on here like we did last time. I think that was good.
All right, you'll have to message me the playlist so I can.
I don't know
play it on my end.
I don't know what I'd put on yet. What should we put on for music? That's a question.
Just message me the link once you decide.
That's a question for everyone.
All right, not Labyrinth of Time because that's copyright. Definitely not the Beatles.
Yeah, we're not doing copyright stuff. I mean, I prefer game music anyway. I didn't say gay music. I said game music.
Well, Labyrinth of Time is video game music, and you're getting ads for that because that was library music.
So those stipulations have to be put separately. I want game music, and I want not copyright.
Something that's not going to get flagged.
Yeah. There it is.
All right, good. It didn't detect your 567 as a as it moved by the looks of it.
All right, so I have that. Let me look at your map here. You have this. This document was exported from capital N numbers.
Yeah, that's Apple's spreadsheet tool. So you just got to go over to the other tabs.
Yeah. Ooh. The colors.
So basically, green means you can go that way. Blue means it gives some sort of other message, or there's some sort of blockage, which means you can go somewhere. And red just means I got the you can't go that way. At least I'm pretty sure that was the case. So there's some blue where I don't think there's ever going to be any way to get that way, but I still put it in blue just to distinguish it from you can't go that way.
Okay. Interesting. So you have... Okay. You have in your far left column there, you have the items that we left behind.
I didn't leave the items that we left behind. It was the items that are there at the start when you first enter the room. But I left the old names, the names of the items we dropped there initially in the name of the maze rooms.
That's what I meant.
Even
Sorry.
though there's actually nothing there. Yeah.
Surface, underground. I don't know why it says surface dash surface underground dash underground. And
That's just how numbers exported it. Don't worry about that. So it's probably going to be a little bit clunky, but I couldn't be bothered just trying to draw a map and getting stuff wrong, just because all the connections are quite complicated. So that's why it's a table. But hopefully I can figure out how to get from place to place.
Seems very useful though.
Oh, thank you. Down to 10 viewers.
Up.
No one in the chat is saying much.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a very lively chat, but now looks like people are here. But free to use on YouTube is a good search term. Yeah, but we're looking for a specific mood. Like last time.
No one got any music recommendations.
Like, for example, Jim, last time, I already played it, so I guess we could play it again. But last time I played the Cultist Simulator soundtrack.
Did you?
Yeah.
Not during the Zork stream, surely.
Yeah, I did. After the Secret of Mana, you said you restarted it. I just put it on. I was like, oh, it's like it was only 38 minutes or something, but. I mean, I guess we could put that on again if you didn't listen to it, if you guys didn't hear it. Oh, why not? It's right here. Seems loud. All right. Yeah, we can just play that again. You want me to send it to you?
All right.
Oh my god, how do I even do this? There it is. I have too many tabs open.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna sync this up with Moss. All right, starting it over. All right, ready to load our game?
I think we were starting again because...
Oh, we're starting over?
Yeah, because last time we mapped out the maze.
Okay.
Then we succeeded in mapping it out.
Yeah? I don't remember being up a tree.
So-
You were able to go up a tree, huh?
Yeah, I just went through and mapped out everything that I could find, going in all the different directions, so... So yeah, the manual says we have to put treasures in the trophy case, so... Just try to figure out what's probably treasures. So we got
Okay.
the painting, and we got the platinum bar. And there's also the jewel-encrusted egg, which is up a tree. So
These are actual treasures that we were seeking the whole time.
it looks like it according to the manual, because it said we had to put treasures in the trophy case. So,
Okay.
but the thing we were going to try, remember, was to open the grating. See if we can open the grating with the key, skeleton key.
Yeah, that was the last thing we were gonna try. Yeah.
All right. Just remember, I think if you try and take the lantern off the skeleton, then the... Hey, what's that doing there? Hang on, that's the wrong way around. I think that stuff's supposed to be in the skeleton room, sorry. Yeah, if you try and take the skeleton's lantern, you get a curse put on you, according to what I read when I tried to take it in my test run, so we maybe shouldn't try and take the lantern.
That seems like a game made in 1980. Why would that be a bad thing? Ugh.
I don't know. So,
Just accept it.
should we just try and go downstairs first and try with the key? Because I've got the mapping for the grating. Actually, should we probably go pick up the pile of leaves first, just in case?
Do you want to try? I mean, well,
That's what-
I kind of want to load our game and just try that skeleton key and see if it works. Is that...
Well, we're better off doing it in this one, because I think the lantern was pretty close to out, and you didn't save anyway.
I thought I did. I don't know. I thought the point was just to see if it works. If it is a garbage game, might as well use the steps on that one.
Well, I can just guide you through what you need to do with my map, so... So you probably need to take the leaflet first, then we got to go move the pile of leaves. Because I imagine we probably need to move that just in case.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we can just start from the beginning if that's what we want. All right. So... see here. I have 3 monitors, and yet I cannot do this in a way that... Maybe I should move this here. Okay. now I can see the map. I can see the chat. Okay. So what are we doing?
Alright, so I think first, I can't remember if it gives you any points or not, but you should probably open the mailbox and take the leaflet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That was an extra item that we could have had before.
Oh, we did have it before, but I just can't remember whether that specifically gives you points or not, so...
Oh, I don't think it did, but...
Well, we can give it a go. Either way, we don't have the lantern yet, so it...
I'm going to turn auto hide for the taskbar. There we go. All right.
Alright.
Yeah, there's no points or anything.
Alright, so go west, then north, and then take the pile of leaves.
Okay.
Alright, should we go try and take the egg now?
Yeah, I don't remember doing this before. We didn't do this before, right? So this is...
Yeah, so...
Why wouldn't we?
Forest path. Alright, so go east.
Let's see if I can actually follow you here. So that takes you to Forest 4. Interesting. Okay.
And then... Hang on. Where am I trying to go? Whoops. No, that was wrong. Hang on. Alright, let's go... south.
Try to follow this. Okay, it's Forest 3.
Okay. Forest 3. Then we go west. Should take you to Forest Path, and then if
Forest
you
Path
go
2, yeah, you can go up. Apparently.
Oh, hang on, you're behind the house. What happened there?
Wait, what happened there? Oh no, your map is wrong.
Hang on, I was looking at... No, hang on, I was looking at clearing 2. I was looking at clearing 1 when I meant clearing 2. Hang on. Okay. No, we're behind the house. It's fine. So, we're behind the house. We go...
Yeah, but I followed the same directions. I mean, I was able to follow what you were saying, so... I don't know.
I don't know. As long as we can get where we're going. Alright, go north. Right. Now you're north of house.
North again?
Now go... No, don't go north again. Go west, so you're west of house. And then go... west.
I said north from north of house. Looked like it took you to Forest Path 2, which looks like that's where the tree is, but okay.
And then... So... Give me a moment. Then you go... east.
This can be valid, believe it or not.
And up.
Ah, up a tree.
Alright. I don't know what happened with some of the directions there, but we got where we were going anyway.
Yeah.
So if we get lost,
Okay.
we can find another way around.
You're
Do you
10
want to take
feet.
the egg?
Let me read this. I have not seen this before. Okay, 10 feet above the ground, nestled among some large branches. This feels like King's Quest 1, by the way. There was an egg up a tree.
Well, I think they're both based on Colossal Cave Adventure, so I don't think it's an accident.
A childless songbird. The egg appears extremely fragile. Does that mean that it's... I mean, does that come into play? Like, when I jump down off this tree, it breaks?
Well, we'll see what happens. Why don't you save, and then if anything happens to the egg, we can...
We don't want to
reload.
lose any of our progress, do we?
Yeah. Well, we picked up
All right.
the pile of leaves, so...
Alright, I'm gonna have to move my old saves. Hold on, what is this?
Just to confirm, we are recording, aren't we?
Should be. We are recording.
That's good.
Okay, back to the game. Alright, our score is 0, 0, 0 out of millions.
The Macintosh version, I think, showed like the maximum score was 250 or something.
The jewel-encrusted egg is closed.
So should we try opening it and just see what happens? And if it does do something bad, we can reload the game. All right.
Where'd you get that impression, Outrun? We want to make progress in the game.
All right, let's see what's here. All right, so everything else I found outside was inside the... Everything I found on the surface was inside the house. So...
Okay.
All right, so... Should we head back down? We're in Forest Path 2. We'll head back to the house. So if you go south, it should take you to the north of the house.
Okay, so in the house is east, or is that all we need to do?
Yeah, let's see. East takes you to behind the house. That's correct.
Yeah, behind the house and the east of house are the same. There is no east of house because they call it behind house.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have to open the boards. All right, was that what gave us points?
Probably. I wasn't watching.
Oh, apparently you had points in advance. Never mind. All right, and then if you head... All right, east takes you in.
I thought it was west. If we're east of the house, right?
Sorry, yeah, west, yeah. Sorry. All right, good. That gave us 10 points entering the house. I wish it actually announced it like later text adventures where... For some later text adventures, they specifically tell you when you get points. Like,
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Gateway, but Gateway was 92, so... And also, Gateway also had an undo function, so if you did something wrong, you could just type undo, and it would just go back.
Yeah, I remember you wanted to test that on this, and yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, still early days of text adventures. Alright, so inside, so... Thing is, though, is that we've only got so much weight. So, do you want to possibly just take down what we need, and then if we know that we need a bottle of water or
A
hot
bottle of
peppers, we
water.
can come back for it? Bottle of water, yeah.
No, water. I mean, I can't do it.
Water.
Yeah, but they...
Water.
Yeah,
Water.
yeah, that's the British joke when they don't say any of the T's. A bottle
I
of
did
water.
say it, I think it just got clipped out.
Oh, it sounded like
Water.
it sounded like you still said the T though. The joke is that you
Yeah.
don't, so you cut them all out. Bottle of water,
Alright.
right? Bottle of water. I don't know.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Oh, hey, Joey.
The attic has...
Oh, he's wandering off.
The
Yeah, get his attention.
the attic has nasty knife and rope. This room has the brown
you
sack
wanna-
with the peppers and the lunch. the glass bottle with the quantity of water. So maybe we can just leave them both for now, just so we're not carrying too much. Because remember, we had that whole weight issue.
Yeah, so I guess we want to take the same things that we took before that we dropped in the previous rooms. Even though I thought we dropped like the lunch and stuff like that first in that maze.
We did. But what, we don't know we need it yet. How about we leave it here just so we can try pick up other things? And then when we think we need the bottle of water, quantity of water, we can just come back for it.
So wait, so we back up a second. When you're talking about your strategy, are we still, because you have a full map here of how every node leads to every other node.
Yeah.
We're actually exploring, we're actually trying to find things, or I thought we kind of knew what we wanted to do at this point in the game.
Well, yeah, we should definitely try taking the grate. But the thing is, once we take the bottle of water down, we might not be able to get it back up again, and it's something we may have to drop just because we've got too much stuff if we pick up stuff. So we may as well leave it here and then just come back for it when we think we need it, as opposed to carrying it and not being able to pick up other stuff.
I suppose so. Yeah, I guess I'm
All right.
uncertain of the amount of uncertainty we have in what we're doing, but I guess we're just being really flexible because we don't know what we're doing. Okay.
All right. So, if you head west again, that takes you into the living room.
Right. I remember that.
All right. See, try opening the trophy case.
And that's empty, right?
Yeah. What happens if you put the egg in there?
Done.
All right, and that didn't give you any points, did it?
I have 20.
Yeah.
What did I have before?
I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat was watching, but okay. I don't think the leaflet's a treasure somehow. All right, I think the egg does have to be opened. But yeah, I guess you can just leave it here for now. So, do you want to take the sword and the lantern, and we'll just carry that for the time being?
What am I doing?
To take the sword and take the lantern. I'm pretty sure you can go take sword and take lantern, but it doesn't matter. Then we can head downstairs, I think. Yeah.
So like move rug, right?
Yeah. Wait a minute, why did I list down as blocked in the living room? It doesn't matter, I know that's the correct way. As long as it gets us around, that should be fine.
Oh.
Oh, you have to light the lantern, yeah, alright. So then you gotta head north to the troll room.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me... And then attack the troll, so...
Can you talk to the troll? We should reread the manual.
Have you read the manual, Shady?
I told you that I have forgone my chance to because I was practicing
Real
limbo
men
instead.
don't need instructions.
No, I was practicing limbo for
Yeah.
my perfect game that wasn't. What?
Do you want to attack the troll now? Alright, you might have to have another go.
Oh, I knocked out the troll.
Alright. Yeah. You can probably kill him now, it's fine.
Yeah. I don't like preying on the helpless, but he would have done the same to me, so.
All right. Well,
Although, who knows? Maybe
hopefully
it was bad.
that guy comes back. Um. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't do anything. You want to try heading. Which way do we go? Hang on.
The maze is west, I think.
Yeah, west. Yeah.
You switch to your underground map. Ah, there we go. Oh, your rooms are listed in alphabetical order. That is terrible, but I guess that's just the exporting format.
Well, it means it's easier to find rooms that are not near each other. So.
All right, so we do want to go west?
Yeah.
Into the maze?
All right, so to get to the skeleton, you got to go south.
Oh, what is this person? I didn't notice. Carrying a large bag.
Well, he seems to have gone now. So you still in the first room of the maze?
Yeah.
All right, go south, east, and up. All right. Now, better save here just in case you accidentally get cursed, which I have a feeling is a bad thing.
Wait a minute. How's our score already 45? That's bigger than our score last time.
I don't know. It's possible that that was killing the troll.
We
also
killed the
did
troll
pick
last
up the
time.
egg.
Oh,
might be
yeah,
the
the egg.
egg.
Yeah, that's right, the egg.
Yeah. Which we need to figure out how to open. I think I remember how to do it, but we'll get to that.
45 points and 45 moves. All right.
Alright, that's not too bad. Alright. So maybe try taking the key in the bag.
Can it? Okay. I was gonna say
Because the
I
bag
shouldn't.
has coins in it.
I shouldn't say take all because that might curse us.
Yeah.
But don't you want to try getting cursed?
Alright, try taking all and see what happens.
Wait, what?
Oh, we got injured.
What? Look at me. Prehensile. I don't know that word.
Yeah, me neither. I have to look it up. Alright. Chief live in animal's limb or tail, capable of grasping. Alright. I don't know. Do you want to just try taking the key, see if that works?
Yeah, it works.
All right, and then we'll try heading to the grating. We'll just remember that the bag of coins is still here. So, go southwest.
How do I heal?
I know. Hopefully, you'll heal after some time.
Just
Up.
leave the gash. Just leave the wound open for a while, then it'll just take care of itself.
We'll see what happens. If it doesn't, we may have to go back, but we'll see. Up, down.
So weird.
And then northeast. Alright. So you want to try using the key on the lock?
Oh.
Alright. Unlock key. Unlock, Alright, how about, unlock lock with key?
There we go.
Alright. Yay! Alright. Now see if you can go up.
Hold on, I want to look at it.
Yay!
Hey! All right. So the first thing I should do is put out the lantern, right? So it doesn't continue to burn if we're going to
Yeah.
look around up here.
Yeah, probably.
Extinguish. Alright.
All right. Do you want maybe if you type in health or something, just see what it says, whether we've healed?
That's why I said look at me. But I don't know.
Maybe status?
Maybe we look at the manual.
Let me look at it, see if there's any way to check your health. This is annoying.
Yeah. Ugh, man. I'm yawning all of a sudden.
Alright. Is this a scan? Oh, it looks like there is some actual text in here, so I might be able to do a search. Alright. Health
Control
not
F.
found. What's Control F do?
It's the shortcut for the find box. Well, I guess you're on a Mac, but you probably have like your own whatever Apple key F.
Well, Command F, yeah.
Yeah, does that search?
Yeah, but it didn't find health. Hang on.
I know, I'm just saying Control F is...
Go to page 17.
Now I'm thinking about the control key again, and that's how I got screwed on my second run. Ah, living this again. Ah, how did that happen? And the key's broken. And I proved it.
All right, there's a word. There's a word diagnose. You could try diagnose according to the manual.
You have a light wound, which will be cured after 11 moves.
Alright, I'm wondering though if it doesn't matter, the 11 moves up here won't matter because you're not using the lantern.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah, we can just stall at this point since the lantern isn't burning, yeah.
Alright.
So
I'm wondering if the first thing we should try and do is to try and get the painting that's in the gallery through the grating and stick that in the trophy case. So,
okay.
all right. So, do you want to head back? Go I, so we can see what's in the inventory.
Oh. You can actually update your map, right? For south of the, or not south, but down of the clearing. You said grading closed. Yeah, now you can just link it to the. Or I guess.
Well, remember it because that's the grading's there. So
yeah, but it's not necessarily closed, right? But I mean, blue is good because it's a conditional.
Yeah. I'll just put grading.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to try healing, then go to try get the painting?
Yeah, let's see here. Which one are we in? We are in clearing 1.
If we go south twice, we should hit the north of house.
You go south, you get Forest Path 2. Like that. You are in perfect health.
All right. So you want to head south twice,
Okay.
and then east, I think, and then west, and then do an eye so we can see what's in the inventory. All right. You want to drop the leaflet in the pile of leaves here, and we can probably leave the skeleton key because the grate's unlocked. So we're only carrying the brass lantern and the sword, and we don't have a lot of weight.
Oops, I didn't mean to press. You said drop the leaves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Yep. And do you want to save here? Just in case we run and get attacked by that person again. So we'll try and see if we can
let me look at my old save. I want to see, where was I? Oh. I want to save on move count. What was the move order from the skeleton key? I mean, from the skeleton to the grating?
So it's southwest, up, down, northeast.
I'm just curious about something. I wanted to see if we have exactly, or how close it is. I'm gonna load this, and so what was it? Get key.
I think you want to get to the grading room now.
Yeah, wasn't there something else that we took, or no? Couldn't take the bag. And
Well,
didn't
we couldn't take the bag because we were too
so,
injured.
So southwest.
Southwest.
Mm-hmm. Up.
Up.
Yeah.
So southwest, up, down. So down's next.
Uh-huh.
And then northeast. Are we still injured though? Yeah.
7 moves.
I think if you type wait, it will just kill a move. So maybe if
Yeah,
you
but
type
I can
wait
also
7
just
times,
say-
that'll fix it.
I can say look around, and it'll give me information. That counts as a move.
Yeah.
Are we going back underground to get the painting? Is that where it is?
Yeah. But we should wait till we heal first, obviously.
Oh, something.
And
Can something get us?
well, if we run into that guy again, it'll probably kill us. That's the problem. And we can't carry as much as well, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to wait a couple more moves before we go down?
Yeah, I want to see. I want to push it as far as possible. Open. Trapdoor. Three moves. If I die in 3 moves, I deserve it. Go down.
All right.
2 moves.
Down. South.
Yeah. And then
And
east.
then east, yeah. And take painting.
Yeah. So I'm sure I'm
And
healed
then
now.
save. All right, better save, and then if we meet the guy, we can hopefully just
I guess you guys.
Reload.
Yeah, you can't see my save menu, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So, west.
And
North,
north. Okay, my memory's
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. There is a bloody axe here. And actual blood, not just an expression.
All right. And then west.
Yep, that gets us in the maze. Hi, Matthew.
South. East.
By the way, we're not looking this stuff up just for anyone watching. We mapped this out quite laboriously last time.
Up. Southwest. Up. Down.
And also, Moss did more thorough, complete mapping out
Northeast.
between the streams. So we have pretty thorough maps at this point, but we earned it.
Up.
Yes, south.
Yes. Yeah. And then into the house, which is, so that's east-west, I
East,
think.
west, yeah. West.
And then put the painting in the trophy case.
Okay.
Hey! Well, we got quite a few points there. All right, that's good. All right, so the question is, what do we do next? So,
Get another drink. Mine's empty.
yeah.
Mind if I do that real quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Tell them a story or something. I'll be right back.
Just trying to think what we're going to do next. Who is still here? Slim Jim's still here, and Super Gamer. All right. So I'm just trying to think what we need to do next. I think the stream's frozen. Again. I think it's probably glitching because he's doing a screen share with me as well. All right. So Matthew, what are you doing? You're not up to your old tricks, are you? Oh, Sarah. All right. All right, Shady's not back yet. Who's still here? All right, Longfoot's still here. Outrun's still here. Okay. Wonder how much longer Shady's going to be. Yeah.
All right, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Just kind of one
So,
thing led to another, and yeah, got hungry and had some pretzels, and then it's like, oh, that's all up in my teeth now. So wash that down, and you got to go to the bathroom, right? It's just one thing leads to another.
should I go over potential things we can look at
Sure.
according to the map? All right, so there's the platinum bar, which I think is a treasure, but it's in the loud room,
Right.
so we can't pick it up. We got the flood control dam 3, which has the control panel.
Do we know how many treasures there are?
I don't think so. One thing I can do though is because the Mac version has a max score, I can check what the max score is there, just to see how far along we are. Um,
Um, is this do you? I know the later Zork game worked like this, but I don't know if this one did. Are all the points necessary?
I don't know, but it'd probably give us a bit of an indication
Okay.
of where we're at. So hang on. Hang on, I'll let that boot up quickly. All right, so um, yeah, just turned it on there in case you didn't hear. Okay, so all right, so we got the control panel. We got the cave with the engravings. There's some other stuff for the dam with the maintenance room. There's a piece of paper in the studio which I think probably isn't important. Then in the maze, we've got the bag with the coins which we didn't pick up.
Oh, is that a
And
treasure? Or is
then
that
other than no, but that might be useful.
I mean, it does sound
I'm
good.
not too sure.
It sounds nice. I mean, if I had to choose between having a bag of coins and not having a bag of coins, I'd probably choose the bag of coins.
Yeah, physical currency.
Yes, yeah,
If you
especially if
dropped
it's
his credit card, it wouldn't be as useful.
that does depend on other certain social factors because it is credit,
Yeah,
which is, I mean, that means belief.
yeah. And then we got the Cyclops room as well, where there's a staircase that's been guarded by the Cyclops.
I remember the Cyclops room. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, we're back
Let me
underground.
see.
This
Let's
switch.
bring up. All right. Zork Anthology. I'm sure it did have the score. Let's fingers crossed. 0 out of 0. Oh, that's moves. Never mind. Oh, all right. Your score is 0. Total of 350 points and 0 moves. It looks like 350 is the maximum. All right. All right. Okay. So what do you want to try first? Do you want to try going back to the? Do you want to try getting the bag of coins?
Yes,
All right.
I would love to have a
Have you
bag of coins.
saved? Have you saved since you put the painting in the case?
I don't think so.
We probably should because it looks like we've done a good thing. So,
I don't need.
all right. So
I
we've
don't
got
need that and one before we put the painting in, right?
yeah. Okay, so we got 55 points out of 350. So
I have a reasonably clean save list.
all right. So should we head down to the bag of coins?
Yes.
All right. So
Down,
down
north, west, but I don't know the way through the maze.
and then south, east, up. So do you want to try? Yeah. So you can try taking the coins.
Uh huh.
Do you want to try taking the rusty knife as well, just to see that if that gets you cursed? The rusty knife might be useful.
How do you know if you're cursed? We did take it last time.
Well, a message came up and said you've been cursed.
Oh, it did. Okay, my memory's just shit then. Okay, you want to take the knife? Why not? We saved it.
All right.
A single pulse of blinding blue light.
I guess that means the rusty knife is dangerous because the knife glows. Because the sword glows.
It doesn't say explicitly I'm cursed. Let's take the lantern.
All right. I think.
I just saved it. Oh, my load's too heavy.
All right.
Drop coins.
I think if you try and take his lantern, then that's when it.
Just as taken.
That's weird because yeah, I got a message coming up saying you've been cursed for trying to take his lantern. So.
Can be reckless. I saved my game. Am I Brog? Kill. Okay, thief. I keep. Oh, he just left. I'm not reading. All right, back to the painting. All right, so down, north, west, southeast, up. All right. Try again.
Oh, yeah, so maybe try taking the coin and the knife.
Okay.
All right, let me see. There's a couple of things I'm thinking. There's a couple of places like I remember when I went into the dome room, there was a railing and a pit. So I'm wondering if we can use the rope to get down that pit. We don't have the rope though, so we'll have to go back for it. But do
Well,
you
I was
want to
gonna.
try that?
Yeah, I was gonna try to put the coins in as a treasure. It's probably not a treasure, but we thought of trying it
Yeah.
so that we can
All
do
right.
both of those in the same trip. Sure.
All right. So
Southwest.
southwest.
Yeah, up down or something weird.
Yeah. Up down.
Yeah.
Northeast.
Okay. So a speed run of this game is really just how fast you type. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
think
there's
of.
some random factors as well.
See, that's one thing I can say about Limbo is that it's the same every time.
I just realized we're probably wasting the lantern.
Ah, you're right. No shit. Fuck. How far back should I load?
Maybe. Yeah, reload from when you picked up the coins.
Is that all?
Well, because you've been underground that entire time, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. Did we turn it off after getting the earlier thing at?
Actually, maybe restore to when you put the painting in the case. So I think we did that pretty perfectly because we turned the lantern off.
I don't think I did. It's on. We only did it with the first thing, which was I don't even remember what it
All
was.
right.
So I may have to go all the way back here. Which
Do we have the painting?
no, this is before the painting. Uh
All right, just restore to where you have you put the painting in the case, and we'll go from there.
what is the first thing we put in the case? The egg.
We put in the paint. We put in the egg. And we didn't get points for it, I don't think so.
Let me try something real quick. Dang it.
Have you just put in the number of moves as the save name, or what's the situation?
Oh, the score is the name.
All right, so it might be worth adding something descriptive in as well.
It's not very much. I mean, there's 45 skeleton and 55 painting, but that's been carrying it on the surface. I was gonna try to get it
Yeah.
southwest. Is it up down? Oh, I guess I didn't take the key.
I guess you can just wait until you heal. Just, I say wait, don't move or look around. All right, that works too.
What?
Yeah. You didn't drop certain things. Our inventory's still full.
Oh, okay.
And the music stopped.
Oh yeah, good point. What do we listen to now? Journey.
All right, you'll have to send me the playlist. I don't know if the lantern recharges Super Gamer. I think it's an arbitrary time
Can you
limit.
find oil for it or something?
Well, hopefully. We'll see what happens. All right, journey.
Dork. What was the other thing to drop? There were 3 things. Drop key.
Yeah.
Did I turn off the lantern? Nope. Damn it! I'm going too fast.
Okay.
I'm going too fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Take key. Southwest. Up, down, northeast. Unlock grating. Open grating. For some reason, these are 2 different. Okay. Up, turn, off, lantern. South, south, east, west. Drop leaflet. Drop leaves. Drop key. West. Open trap door. Down. Turn on lantern. Southeast. Diagnose. 2 moves. West, east. Take painting.
You better save, just in case we run into the guy.
Save.
I'll bring up my map. So we're heading for the grate now?
Yeah, it's west, north, northwest, southeast, up. Take coins. Southwest,
Yeah.
up, down, northeast, up, turn off lantern. South, south, east, west. West. Put painting in case. Gives me 6 points. Put coins in case. That is not points. Oh. That is points. Never mind.
Okay.
That key is also broken. Okay.
Save.
Save. Wait, are we gonna open the trapdoor? Go down?
No, don't go down yet, just save.
Okay, but I don't feel like typing in open trapdoor every time. It says look around.
Alright.
Look around.
So we still want to go upstairs to get that rope.
Oh, it's already open. Okay. So I will save. Get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of both these saves because I don't. But I'm gonna keep that save. 70. Painting and coins. All right.
So you definitely got points for putting the coins in the case.
Yeah, I was at 65. Then I put the coins in, and it went 70.
All right. So let's see. So head east.
Okay, in the kitchen.
Up.
Oh. Now, I think my lantern is off. Okay.
And then take the rope.
Do I take the knife?
I suppose you can take both. Yeah, why not? I imagine the knife is quite light, so...
I think it's probably good to, It all counts as one move, right? So that might save on the lantern slightly. Can I turn off the lantern, then go down?
You should be able to, as long as you don't lurk around. Should be fine.
Okay.
Alright, and then you can probably head down now. We can try seeing if we can go down into the dome room, because it says you can't go down, but there is a railing there, so...
So what's our objective now?
Going to go to the dome room, see if we can get down with the rope.
Okay. So I'm... Mind if I overwrite my save with that?
Alright.
Just having those couple extra tools. Alright. Rope, knife, lantern, sword. Seems like I'm well equipped to go back underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you
New
go...
adventure. Let's do this.
You're in the cellar. You have to go to the... Go southwest.
From the cellar? That's blocked.
Is it? Give it a go, because I could go to the east-west passage that way. Alright.
No, yours at the chasm. I'm saying the cellar.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah.
I think
Never
we gotta
mind,
go
so
north.
go...
It's gotta be like northeast. North and then east. It's over there somewhere. I remember that. North, east. This is the east-west passage.
Alright. From the east-west passage, you go east. Then southeast. Then east.
And there's the dome room.
And can you tie the rope?
Yeah,
to
tie the
railing?
rope. Yeah, that makes sense. Rob. Within
Did
10
we get
feet.
points for that?
We got points for something.
Alright, you want to head down?
Torch room.
Alright. I'll add that to the row. Do you want to save and we'll try all the different directions just to see where we can go from here?
Let me read this. A white marble pedestal. Ending some 5 feet above your head. So I'm 5 feet tall, sounds like.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, saving it is good here.
Question is, can we get back up? That's going to be the tricky thing.
You cannot reach the rope. I mean, I have a different save, right? So, it's no problem here.
Yeah. Could always see if standing on the pedestal works and then getting back up. But do you want to try all the different cardinal directions? Maybe try taking the torch, see if that works, because that looks like a treasure.
And I stuffed the lit torch in my pocket.
Alright. Okay, do you want to try just going in the normal directions? See if there's another way out?
Yeah. Oh, I can go down.
Alright, hang on.
I thought I couldn't go. I mean, I guess it did say there was a down stairway, didn't it?
Yeah. Right, brass bell, that looks like a treasure as well.
I am strong. I can fit all of these in my pocket. I'm assuming it's like a giant brass bell, but maybe it's just a little.
Question is, how do we get back up? All right, if we go back up, does that take us back to the torch room?
Yes.
All right, that's good.
All right, so start going in the horizontal directions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna start going northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. Okay, those are out. West, north, east, south. Temple. Okay.
They all out?
Except for the south also goes to the temple. Both south and down went to the temple, which I think was consistent with the description. The stairway started to the south, but it went down. I don't know. There's also a pedestal in there that I didn't look at, but...
Yeah, I'm wondering if standing on that will allow us to get back to the rope.
You want me to try that now, or do you want to look around the temple?
Look around the temple.
Okay.
So what happens if you try and go east into the inscription?
Egyptian room. Solid
Hang on.
gold?
You went east of that room. Okay. And if you head west, does that take you back to the temple?
Yep.
Alright, good.
Now, if I say down, it also goes to the Egyptian room. From the temple.
Okay, that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yes.
So can you take the coffin, or is it too heavy?
It says my load is too heavy.
Well, that makes sense. Hey, the torch is providing light as well. Do you want to turn the lantern off to see if that... Alright, we should still be able to survive with the torch. Alright, so you want to try the directions out of here?
Sure.
Can you open the coffin? Alright, maybe that's the treasure. Scepter, not spectre. Alright.
Hey! I continue to be strong.
Okay. So we want to see if there's any ways out of this room.
It just looks like I said down already, yeah.
All the ways are blocked,
Yeah, all the ways are blocked.
except for west and up.
Yep.
All right. If you go down from the temple, does that reach the Egyptian room?
Yes. I already tried it. I can do it
Are there
again.
any-
Yeah.
All right, so we just have the horizontal directions from the temple now, apart from east.
That was the first room. Right. Whoa! Ah, no, not yet. Do I have all the directions from the temple? Let's finish up the temple. Is the temple done?
Not yet. So altar is south of the temple.
Yeah.
What was the number you entered at the beginning of the stream
5, 6,
when
7.
you were testing the connection?
5, 6, 7.
That's only 2 off this. See, this says 569.
What is 5, 6, 9?
On the screen, it says with the altar.
Oh. Open to page 569. Okay.
Close.
Prescient.
All right, so you can't go west from the temple. All right, what about northeast, southeast, southwest?
I thought we did this.
I think that was another room. All right, so head south to the altar so we can have a bit of a look in there.
And this is the Egyptian room. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if the torch has a limit on how long it can burn.
All right. All right, so we want to try ways out of the altar. So, which way goes back to the temple? Is it north?
Yes.
All right. So we have to find ways to get to.
You
Can't
can
go up.
down from the altar is a cave. And I can't go back up.
All right.
You think
that's
it's
a
the
room we've
other-
been to before?
You think it's the
We can
cave
probably.
that we have before?
All right. Yeah. We can probably get the treasures back that way. All right. Can you reload or?
Yeah, I was just thinking I want to do this. Okay, so starting from the
'Cause
beginning,
if we go through the cave,
I'm gonna look
we go
at
through
the
cave,
pedestal.
We might be able to go.
yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense because we're otherwise. Okay, so there's nothing else on the pedestal.
Can you stand on the pedestal? All right. 1980s technology was so less advanced than what we have now.
The pedestal doesn't lead upward.
All right. All right, forget that then. Obviously, the cave is the way out. Which way did you go to the cave? Was it down?
Yes, but that may not be the only one.
I know, but I need to put that in my table.
Hey, Super Gamer, I don't know Minecraft really at all. Have you noticed I've never hosted a Minecraft stream?
Yeah, what you need to get into is Roblox Shady. That's what people apparently like to watch.
Oof.
I wouldn't watch it, but you get a huge audience.
Yeah, people. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, generic normies.
yeah, the thing is,
Yeah.
what I've learned about that is there can be a higher seal. Well, there's two things about streaming popular games
Yeah.
to kind of warrant caution about. One is that, yes, while there is a higher ceiling, a wider target audience, and so on, it also has completely flooded the market with streamers, right? You're going to be streamer number 193 of 196 of active people streaming that one game right now. Okay?
Like you were with Stanley Parable.
Was I? Wasn't that many people.
You were like maybe 20. You were like 10th or 20th. But similar sort of concept.
Okay. I don't remember ranking that badly on a more obscure game. That feels bad. But I never look at the... I'm sure I'm number 1 on Zork right now.
Probably.
I guess it's unconfirmed. I haven't actually looked. I'm also thinking I'm
you're number 1.
But I'm also guessing I'm in last place as well.
You're in first and last place, yeah.
Yeah.
You're taking the front and the back.
Yeah.
So someone else can go in the middle.
I don't know where you're going with this.
That was a Red Dwarf reference.
Okay.
So, yeah. Slim Jim would probably get it, but... Alright, so it's the altar we haven't found all the ways out of.
No, there are some... No. I said there were two things. One of them was... Yeah. Even though there's a higher target... A much larger target audience, the market is also saturated with streamers. That's the first thing. The second thing... Yeah. The second thing... is that it really highlights, like, the viewers. Even if you do get a spike in viewers when you stream a game like that, these people,
they don't stick around.
They don't give a shit about you. See, what I like about the community that we have here now is that, you guys have been around. We all kind of know each other. There are viewers that follow a game and not you. Now, I experience this anyway. I mean, even with you guys, and I get it, and it's fine. Like, if I'm streaming a game that you're not interested, that's true of you, Moss. If I'm streaming a game and you're not interested, you just don't watch. I mean, sometimes you do, but like, there are times where, when you're going through your whole calculus of what you're gonna do with your day, sometimes it's like, I'll catch the next one, right? I understand that. But with these people, they're really hooked to the game, and they might find you on your Fortnite stream today. They're not going to find you again. It's going to be maybe some other people will find you next time you stream Fortnite or whatever. But these people are loyal to the game. They don't give a shit about you. That's not a community. That's not, even if I doubled my viewers for a day playing some popular game, it doesn't matter at all. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. It sounds really elitist to say it's like a quality over quantity in terms of your audience, but it kind of is, in that, I like people that just, that I like to hang out with more than just people. I get it. Just following a game, whatever, but like, but let's be real, if you're just following the game and I just so happen to be the person you find that day, let's just call it what it is. I don't really value the fact that I'm not gonna be like, oh wow, that's so cool you're watching my stream. No, it's just like, of course you are right now, whatever. It's the people who stick around that I like a lot more. Anyway,
it's Slim Jim leave. He looks like he's gone. All right. Sorry, I was
pretty late.
Shady. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's pretty late where he is. Yeah, it's not midnight. It's 11 where he is. Yeah.
So you want to head south to the altar?
Yeah. Is there anything to figure out here with this pedestal?
Well, it doesn't seem to be yet, but I want to figure out whether there's any other ways out of the altar.
Did we finish the temple?
Yes, I believe so. So if you head south,
do you want to check? Do you want to check to be double sure?
Right. So north is to torch room, northeast blocked, east is to Egyptian room, southeast is blocked, south is to altar, southwest, west, northwest is blocked. Then up is the torture room and down is to Egyptian room, so...
Oh, sitting on the pedestal is a flaming torch, because I didn't take it. That's what it is. The torch isn't just on the wall somewhere. It's on the pedestal. That's what it is. So if I load my game here, start in the torch room, 112 moves, take torch.
Then, yep.
Turn off lantern. Then go down. Nope.
Alright, T Square Productions is posting again. He says the actor he played, Akinara Miss 4, is at Mysterium. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Take torch.
Yep.
Turn off lantern. So, south. South.
Alright, so we haven't tried. Try up. See where that goes.
I'm going to save it again.
Alright.
Look at this. I have 14 more points. Wait a minute. No. Oh my god. I pressed E. Okay. So, from the torch room, take torch, turn off lantern. East. Open. Take sceptre.
Well, you didn't take the brass bell.
Oh, where's the bell? Oh, the temple.
Yeah.
West. Take bell. That one didn't give me points, but okay. Then we go down.
Yep.
Damn it! No. Fuck it. South. Okay. 123 moves.
Do we know down heads to the cave?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do this perfect because take torch, turn off. Absolute minimum number of moves. Down. Take bell. East. Open. Coffin. Take. Sceptre. West. South. Save. 93 points. Alter. All right. Sorry.
Okay. So we can restore once. Yeah, we've figured out the directions. So, do you want to try the diagonals?
Northwest, northeast, southeast. Well, south and southwest. I accidentally said south, and that doesn't work either.
All right. So we just got east, west, and up.
None of them work.
All right. So should we try taking the stuff we picked up back to the trophy case?
I don't think
via
we
the
have any
grating?
choice. I mean, we can't go.
Do you want to read the book first?
Commandment number 12,592.
All right.
I would like you to read this one out loud. I want to hear this in Moss's voice.
All right. O ye who are about saying unto each, Hello, sailor, dost thou know the magnitude of thy sin before the gods? Yea, verily, thou shalt be ground between the two stones. Shall the angry gods cast thy body into the whirlpool? Surely thy hour shall be put out with sharp stick, a sharp stick. Even unto the ends of the earth shalt thou wander, and unto the land of dead shalt thou be sent at last. Surely thou shalt repent of thy cunning.
Thank you, Moss. That passage seemed fit for your voice.
Oh, thank you. Alright. We're streaming Zork. We don't have time to listen to Miss War Akana at the moment. We can watch the replay. This is where it's at, people. Don't leave us now.
Oh, he's talking right now?
All right. Yeah. Yeah, but we're here.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, do you want to restore back to the altar with the less moves? I got a screenshot of the
Oh, because of the
passage. So, all right, I got that passage. All right, so we go down to the cave.
Can we get the book? Oh, we can take the book with us.
All right. What have we got in our inventory? All right, hopefully that's not going to be too heavy to get up, but we'll see. All right, so
Down?
if not, we'll come back. Yeah, so down. Then let's see.
It's like
Does the winding passage lead into the round room? No. North.
north.
To the mirror
Yeah.
room.
I think it's the mirror room where we want to go. That's my memory. We have been here. Why was the sword glowing?
And then, because we were in the cave that. Yeah, there was the entrance to Hades. All right, north to the narrow passage.
Mm-hmm.
The north against the round room.
Made it back. So west.
And west, I think. Yeah.
And actually 3, right? Another one.
Yeah. All
And then
right.
we go through the
Do
maze.
you remember the way?
I guess we're going
Or
back.
I have to read it out again. Yeah, to the grate. And up.
My torch is still on.
Yes.
But can you...
All right. Do you want to turn the torch? Oh, I don't suppose we don't need to turn the torch off. All right.
But
All right, do you
also,
remember
there's
how
the
to get to the
question.
house?
There's 2 things.
Yeah.
If you turn the torch off, can you guarantee you can turn the torch back on?
Yeah. All right. That's fine. That answers it.
Okay. You can't turn off the torch. We might just have a permanent source of light now. That'd be really nice.
But if it's a treasure,
Then you put it in at the end. You can't extinguish the
Yeah.
flames. You just burn the house down. Maybe that's the end of the game. You burn the house down by completing the collection.
so what we should do is to make sure these things are treasures. If we put them in the case and we get points, it's a treasure.
Yeah.
If we put it in and we don't get points, it's probably not a treasure.
Yep.
So we can put them in one by one. So you want to put in the torch first? All right, that gave us some points. Do you want to put the scepter in the case?
Yeah, hold on. What do I have? Put bell in case. That did not. I'm
It
curious.
gave us no points, so...
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
case. So it'll still list it here as your collection of treasures.
Yeah.
Huh. Takes the
I
points
have a
away.
feeling because the torch gave us points. All right.
But
You
it's
wanna try
actually
putting
nice.
it back in to see if we do get the points back, just to make sure we actually can get those points back.
Yeah.
All right. What if we put the Spectre in the case? This Scepter in the case. Does that give us points?
Scepter, right? Yeah. Nope, not the book.
Okay. All right, so see what openings we still have. Okay, so we got the control panel at the flood control dam. We got the platinum bar in the loud room. We got the painting. We have the blocked way at the entrance to Hades, which I have a feeling has to do with the altar, because that's right next to it. We have the Cyclops, who's blocking the exit out of that room off the maze. Alright, so what do you want to do next, Shady?
Why do I feel like there was something... There's no reason to load a game, is there?
No, I think we're doing okay.
We tried all of these things except technically the knife, which is not going to be one, but I guess you should put it in there anyway.
Okay.
Bathroom break. I'll be back.
Alright.
All right.
All right, we're back. Shut up, Ekano. All right, here we go.
Oh, you were listening to Akinar talk?
Yeah. He was just about to answer a question. It's like, oh, what would you change about Akinar's choices in Miss 4 or any other characters in Miss 4? But that's for another time. I watched the replay. This is what it's all about, Shady.
That... I mean, he's such a
This
meme.
is about our choices.
I explained this before. Now that it's on my mind, I'll say it again. The guy who played Akinar was not as good an actor as Cirrus. Cirrus was kind of dealt a bad hand with the script, but he made the best of it. Akinar did stupid shit with the script he was given. I mean, it wasn't a great script, but my favorite example, just that really encapsulated the difference between the acting qualifications of those two guys. There's a time in Serenia where you catch both of them off guard. And with Cirrus, there's like, he opens a door, like not the part where he blows up the whatever that submarine thing is. There's a time like
Machine, yeah.
Yeah, whatever that is. There's a time he opens the door and he starts to walk out and he suddenly sees you and he gives some speech about, oh, thank God you've come or whatever. And Cirrus does it right because he opens the door and he looks normal. He's straight faced, just looking like somebody just going on a basic errand. He opens the door and then he does exactly what you would expect, where his eyes are somewhere else. And then he catches you in his peripheral and he looks up and suddenly realizes that's you and is taken back and then recovers. And then it explains, kind of makes up his bullshit testimony as to why he's doing what he's doing. Right? But he does it all in the right order. He looks very plain and just like, oh, he's just going about and, oh, there you are. Right? He does it right. Whereas Akinar, in the other scene where he's carrying the stone away, he like climbs up this ledge. And he does this silly, awkward thing. He climbs up the ledge. And he jumps up and he just pauses, just boom. And then he looks up at you and then he starts explaining, okay, this looks great. And there's something funny where it's out of order and it's obvious. Well,
Shady, what? You should go on the Twitch stream now and ask that as a question.
No!
Why did you do it that way? That's the way of doing it. He's right there. I dare you, Shady.
No.
I dare you. He's right there. Ask it.
The last time I was an actor, I was 13 years old. So while I might know some things, I'm not a professional.
You should do, Shady. You should ask him to stream Miss 4 with you. Go onto the Mysterion Twitch channel now and say you'd like to stream Miss 4 with him. Just to see what he says. Because he might say yes. He might say yes. Even after you shit-talked his acting.
Working with the Russian company.
Oh, he's working with the Russians? I heard working with the Russian. That's the only thing I heard.
Now, even though you've been shit-talking him, he might still want to stream with you.
Is that him? That guy on the screen?
Yeah. I mean, listen to his voice. It's definitely him.
Over 1 million
Guy.
Torontonians, in the first 20 years saw free.
I gotta turn off this music.
Shakespeare sitting under some oak trees in the main park in Toronto. So I'm very proud of that, of having brought Shakespeare to audiences at non-Stratford festival prices.
What's he saying now? Is he still there? He's not saying anything at the moment.
I would just want to make a comment because in the Myst games, they kind of have a history of having really.
Nobody's chatting in the Twitch chat. I just see message deleted by a moderator.
Yeah, David Steers.
All right.
A very interesting character.
He really looks like Bill Nye.
And before you in Myst 3, you had to follow.
That's not a compliment.
Before him, John Keston was in Riven, and all of them bring their own unique personalities, and you could say ham to their characters because that's what their characters are written for. And,
So he's not
I
at
think you fit
Mysterium.
I
He's
think you fit
just
in very
he's
perfectly with
just
that
remoting
position.
in.
And for me, you are
Yeah,
like,
from
you
Canada.
portrayed the character as I always imagined
Oh,
he would
yeah.
be.
poor
I
bastard.
think you nailed it.
Hey, Joey.
hand
I
is
don't know, mate.
because that's what the character needed.
I don't know. Maybe he
I
can't
thought
go
it
to
was
Mysterium because he's not
The
vaccinated.
question that I have
Oh yeah,
was,
they have
don't
vax
know.
requirements.
do you feel like Akinar
Yeah.
is a character
That's why you're
or
not
the
there,
type
Shady.
of character who you
Is
might
it?
have enjoyed or maybe could enjoy playing on stage where you could do more with him and be able to, as you said, react in your acting?
Yeah, thank you for those kind words. But you know what? I'd love to see Akinar in a Chekhov play. You know, where the irony of it is buried very deeply, and that.
So what
you
are we
know,
doing,
that-
Shady?
that
Are we playing the game
seeming
again?
I'm
pose
listening to
of,
Akinar
being
talk.
the
Sorry,
bad
yeah, you
guy
can't hear it.
and the villain.
Uh,
is,
No,
is
I am
actually
too, but
covers
I'm just
over
wondering.
something that
Yeah, let's get
is-
back
Let
to
me bring
this.
up the thing again.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get back to the game. All right, we
Yeah.
can watch the video later.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to ask many questions. We're just going to. We're probably.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have that
I
thing
don't
where
know.
you'll just talk to Brad Dourif and Matt Weinold and just feel like, hey, let's hang out and stuff. I don't have that streak in me. You should be my agent.
All right. How much does a job pay?
What do you want?
Well, lots and lots of Bitcoin. You know, you could pay me in Bitcoin.
I could pay you literally everything I make off of this channel, and you would be like, that is pathetic.
Yeah, I know. I could be like, you know, Callum off the Lotus Eaters, how he's Sargon's secretary, or Carl as he likes to call himself now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Carlos,
could be
he
your
likes his
Callum.
birth name. He likes to call himself by his own birth name. That's so weird. I like how he's embarrassed about his gamer handle being how he's known on across the internet.
Well, he had a guy on this week who was saying like, oh, it's like, yeah, I gotta call you Carl. You don't like going by Sargon anymore. It was one of the guys from Trigonometry, the one who's interesting, but he's not as interesting as the other guy, the less interesting one.
I don't know. I've heard of Trigonometry. It's a clever name.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him though.
I prefer the Russian guy to the Venezuelan guy, but the Venezuelan guy's okay.
Okay.
He was good. It was good with Carl this week. Anyway, back to the game. Forget about.
No.
forget
I was gonna
about,
say something else about Sargon real quick. I remember
Yeah.
his name Carl, and I remember his classic British elitism showing when he was lecturing people about how his name is not Carl, it's Carl. And it's like, dude, that's how you say Carl in an American accent. Get over it. It's the same name. It's not a different name.
At least it's not as bad.
In
At least it's
America,
not as
we
bad as
say
how
our
you-
R's. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what we do. Okay, I'm going to say Carl Benjamin just because that's how we say Carl. Anyway,
Yeah.
what were you going to say?
It's not as bad as. At least it's not as bad as the way you say the name Craig.
Craig? Craig?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, you say. Yeah, so it rhymes with Greg.
Yes. And so we do.
That
we
that always threw me through. That always caught me off guard.
It does catch me off guard too, but I've always thought of them as very similar names. In fact, I don't like the name Craig because it sounds like Greg. So yeah. But
If you're in America, whereas
Okay.
if you're in the Commonwealth, it doesn't. Unless maybe not Canada. Actually, yeah, Akinar, he's in the Commonwealth technically. But yeah, big news from the chat, Shady.
what?
Big news from Matthew.
Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, that will. Yeah,
It's your sub?
That live.
Someone gifted you a sub. It probably expired now though. You would have to resub or something.
No, he's got a star.
Oh, did it?
So-
Oh, the star. I thought it was. No, that's right. Never mind. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we get it in time.
So this the August hangout could be the swan song for the Shady Paradox channel before you get a permanent ban.
Right now.
Something Matthew's gonna say. Yeah.
So right now, the 27th is winning. Oh,
Yeah, if it's on the 27th, I can't make it, so yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, I'm here now. It's cool.
I think Lauren's going to
What
vote the 20th and not the 27th. So I think you're going to get one vote back.
All right. Yeah, what I should do is I should buy more Twitch subscriptions and then use that to put more votes in for the 20th.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to hand all that money back to you anyway as I hire you as my agent.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. I can be Callum. All right.
See, what I would say is, if I hired you as my agent, the condition would basically be a free reign to contact celebrities on my behalf. But you see, that would give you this control where all of a sudden you'd be like, hey, I got this Akinar character. He agreed to it and deal with it. Oh, shit. Now I got to prepare myself for that, right? My nerves are already shot after playing Limbo. That's the thing. Like, you can talk about pay, but I think you would enjoy the benefit more than I would.
Exactly.
You'd suddenly plop all these challenges in my lap. Oh, I got this guy on now. Oh, you did? Oh, shit. What do I do now?
Think of it as an opportunity. Or instead of, the guy who plays Akinar, who's in Canada at the moment streaming to Mysterium, we could get a real celebrity like Vosh.
If you get Vosh on my stream, I'll probably get sick that day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the game.
Yeah, the game. Now the viewers have dropped to 5. Now that we've told everyone to go back to Mysterium and stuff. Okay. Let's play a game.
Yeah, forget about some Canadian actor who isn't Rand Miller. This game, look, let's not worry about choices that Akinar could have made back in 2004. Let's worry about the choices we can make now in the present. Playing Zork.
2022.
2022. So much better than 2020. All right. Okay.
You want to take that back?
If you want to help, if you want to help me out, Super Gamer, you can vote. You can vote for the 20th. The reason I've never done internet voice chat is I don't want it picking up background noises. What background noises, Matthew? Have you got some sort of
What's going on? Going back there, yeah.
Like, oh, I don't want it picking up the sound of my fridge. No one's going to hear your fridge. And even if they do, they're not going to care. Or they will, because it will be annoying. But it's not going to be weird like, oh, Matthew owns a fridge. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just let me get focused back on the game again. Because, I got a bit
Unfortunately, the
here.
soundtrack's up. I got to think of another soundtrack. I'll figure it out in a minute. It's not done yet, but... All right. We are at the trophy case.
Okay.
That's what we have. I like my torch.
Yep.
I would take it back and just use it to provide light and put the torch in last. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, do you want to try that?
Yes. I will take a lower score.
And
That's
we lost
fine.
points.
We'll get them back later.
All right. All right, so what have we got in our inventory at the moment? All right. All right. So we got the thing with the altar, which I have a feeling has to do with the entrance to Hades. And we got the flood control dam. It looks like there's some puzzles there.
What was that first thing?
So we got the altar route, which I have a feeling is connected with the entrance to Hades, because that's very close to it. It's only, you go to the cave, and then from the cave you go to the entrance to Hades. But there's also the flood control dam. There's some puzzles there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're down to 5. Everyone's going to watch Guys Sprung. Come
That's
on.
what I said. I think they actually got bored with our banter when we weren't playing the game. They wanted us to play a text adventure.
Yeah, sorry everyone. Yeah, it doesn't even look like Sarah's here anymore.
Wait a minute. I thought I was the King's Quest 6 expert, and I don't know what Super Gamer is talking about. Explain this.
In before we discovered this game has a points refunding bug like King's Quest 6. Alright. You can actually get more points. Some versions of Return of Zork, you can get more points in the outcome because you can just do an action over and over again, and it keeps giving you points. But I think some of the console versions that got fixed. I think it works in the Mac version, but not the PlayStation and Sega Saturn versions. But anyway, so what do you want to do? You want to have a look at the altar again, or you want to head to the flood control dam?
I'm still curious. I would love you to explain that, regardless of where you think it is.
Who's Super Gamer?
Yeah, Super Gamer. I do want to check out the flood control dam. What was the other thing you said to check out?
And the altar with the book.
What else is there to do there?
Well, there's an altar, and I think that's probably connected to the entrance to Hades, because we can't get in because of the invisible force.
Trying to remember what Super Gamer's talking about. There's a bug, even if you do everything technically right, you can't get a perfect score. So, well, there was that thing with the King's Quest 5 stream where it looked like if you swapped 2 items that seemed to be interchangeable, if you use them in kind of the obscure reverse order, it should be just as valid. They don't give you as many points, even though they should. There's another thing in King's Quest 6. Maybe this is if you're talking about what I said, maybe there is something in King's Quest 6 that I talked about where there are 3 items. There's your insignia ring, there's the magic map, and then there's the pearl. So you're at the beginning of the game, you trade your insignia ring for the magic map. The 3 items are generally interchangeable. You get to keep 2 of them. 1 goes at the pawn shop. You can give one of these other items away, which breaks the chain, but that's a whole other thing. These 3 items are generally interchangeable. You do get some extra points if the first time you present the pearl to the pawn shop owner, you get points for getting your ring back. But if you do it to get the map back, you don't get the points. But if you do it to get the ring back, you'll get your perfect score. But you don't get those points if for the first time you show it, you present the pearl, you use it to get the map back. You have to kind of go out of your way to get that conversation. To me, in terms of merit, it should be the same number of points, but they didn't give those points. So I think that's a bug. However, that is an obscure line where you would have to, since you're generally carrying the magic map around anyway, you would have to trade in your map first to get your ring back, and then trade the pearl, present the pearl for the first time in order to get the map back. And trading the pearl for the map, presenting the pearl for the first time, doesn't get you the points. Whereas if you had just never traded the map back in and kept the map and traded in the pearl to get your insignia ring back, which is the main line of the game, you will get the points, you'll get the perfect score, and have no idea this bug existed. I think the bug is when you present... Hello? Joey doesn't like it when I ramble that intensely. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, I think there is a bug, but it's obscure because you have to kind of trade things in a weird order to where the same merit should you give you those same points, but they don't. So just trade it normally and you'll be fine. Yeah. Joey, what is this? Anyway.
Matthew's answered his question about background noises. What if you're in your house, Matthew? Why is it an issue?
I'm just trying to envision just okay, Matthew, if you have far left religious zealot sociopaths in the back as background noise for your house at a constant level, I'd love to hear that. That sounds interesting. It sounds like you lead an interesting life over there. Although
over there in Ohio.
Yeah, there are some things that I may not want to know about. But oh, look at this. This is a better shot of Joey because we're in the 480p, which is we take up more space on the screen.
Yes, because Matthew is the voice of reason in that community.
Yeah, you should go around and interview people and depends on what religion we're talking about, though.
I wouldn't think there would be a lot of overlap, if any, between far left wingers and religious zealots. Just different religions.
Yeah.
The whole, Marxism versus radical, Orthodox Christianity.
Now, you say Orthodox. You mean Big O Orthodox? Because they're actually not that...
I don't know what you call it. It's sort of like...
Because capital O Orthodox...
is the word, yeah.
Yeah, capital O Orthodox is the church that split with the Roman Catholics in 1054. So, that's a very specific
thing. Yeah, I
thing.
don't mean Orthodox big O. I mean Orthodox little o.
Okay. Like fundamentalist? Is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah, probably that's the word, yeah.
Okay.
Can't actually see your video because the stream that well, because I think you streaming to me and having the stream up at the same time
hurts your Australian
internet. Glitch
internet.
out a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that it matters, but
yeah.
I can see this one fine. I've been looking at this room for a very long time.
Yeah,
now, so it's everyone else.
Sorry about it. Okay, let's move on. But we were thinking about it. Oh yeah, you said there was the
yeah. So you wanna try the altar again, or do you wanna try the flood control dam?
Well, let's focus on what we're still focused on. If I go back to the altar, it seems like I would just load the game.
No, because you got all these things safely in the case.
Okay.
So, like, you got the Spectre in there, and you got the... Well, you got the Spectre in this case, so...
Have your eyes checked. Apparently, the trapdoor is still open. It never closes again. Second time. Okay. Cellar. What do we do with the bloody axe, by the way?
I don't know. Maybe we could... Well, it's one thing we could try. There's that Cyclops. We could try different weapons on him. Because there's a couple of knives, and there's the axe. If the sword doesn't work, so...
Okay. Round room.
Let's try the altar first.
Where did we go from the round room? To get to the altar eventually?
We have to go through the mirror room.
Help me out here.
So mirror room, we've got to go narrow passage. So round room, south to the narrow passage. Then south to the mirror room. Then
East, right?
East of the cave.
We can't go from the cave to the altar, though.
Oh yeah, but you can get to Hades from here. So if you go down, you get to Hades, which was I'll show you. Yeah, all right. And
Okay.
if you try and go
I
if you
need
try and
music.
go
Uh,
south from here, you get blocked by an invisible force.
what music do we want?
Well, if you're low income, Matthew, we all know the answer is socialism because that works every time.
Okay, what low income music am I going to listen to?
I don't know. Anyone in the chat got any suggestions?
Some non-copyrighted game music.
Have you uploaded the last stream we played of this yet, Shady?
No, I'm behind on that, but I was thinking of transferring the old streams. Actually, Outrun asked an interesting question. I wasn't able to get back to him on it. Obviously, he's gone now, but
I'm just wondering.
I'm thinking of transferring all my old streams that I originally put on my main channel from like 2016 and just move them all to the archive channel. Obviously, uploads will be out of order, but just clean up the main channel, just have everything on the archive channel at this point. It's probably better. Even if it kills the view count.
You lose comments.
Yeah, I know, but they're 6-year-old comments.
So?
And they're VODs.
So?
I'm looking at there's pros and cons and which one is more valuable. The better organization, if you just go to the Shady Live archive channel and you know that that had everything, and you go to the main channel and it has project videos.
Not Fireball Friday.
Doesn't have that. Doesn't have Lemmings Part 2. Doesn't have, some things. But, having everything to the best that we were able to collect.
This wasn't the point I was trying to make about last week's Zork stream. I'm just wondering whether any of the music on that is... We're just going to find out that it has gotten flagged and there is going to be ads on that video. Which is possible.
Possible.
Because we
not
chose
likely.
the wrong sound. Hopefully not, fingers crossed. Is Bill Nye still there? Oh, they're offline. All right, they're gone now. Okay.
Oh yeah, let's change the look. What do we we need to change the color scheme. We've been doing the exact same color scheme the whole time.
All right. Looks like Akinar's gone to bed.
Okay.
Yes. Gotta go to bed, eh? Good night, eh? Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to stereotype here. We're playing Zork. Anyhow. All right, so we got the music and we got the
no,
colors.
I don't have any music.
Yeah, things to worry about. We've got to worry about the music and the colors. How long has it been since we've actually played the game? It's probably been at least an hour.
Not quite that long, but
yeah. Yeah. I know. Would it be so funny if he made your thoughts known to the actual to the actor who played Akinar in Miss Force? Like, I didn't really like how you acted this scene. How would you have done it differently? It would have been interesting to see his reaction. They probably wouldn't have read the question out, to be honest. Yeah.
I'd be like, I love your work. But... You're such a meme. I mean,
I think that would be a compliment. Like people like, okay, so I'm not the greatest actor in the world, but people love me. That's what
that matters more. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no point being a good actor and having no one know who you are.
So yeah, if I got one chance to ask her, do it, say huh.
You happy now? You could ask her what it's like being Canadian.
An odd question.
Or you could ask him if he speaks French. That would have been interesting.
What music? Let's get some damn music in here.
I'm out of ideas, so
Just pick a game. Anyone, pick any game with a good soundtrack. Goodness.
Labyrinth of Time.
This is how these things take forever.
Yeah.
Actually, Myst 4 will get copyrighted.
Yeah, it's on iTunes. Should we go back to a soundtrack we played last week just so we can get on with it? Yeah. Guy Sprung, if you're watching, you're a good guy. We love your work. Of course, he's not watching now. He's gone to bed.
All right, I'm just gonna put on the "We Were Here Too" soundtrack. I think that's the one's appropriate.
All right. You'll have to message that through to me.
Oh.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so what do we do about the gate to Hades? Oh yeah, and also the color scheme.
All right. So we can't.
Oh, is Sarah still here? Maybe she left. I was gonna ask if.
Yeah, she's left, I think.
Okay.
She probably just fell asleep, so we can't go. So the lantern's still off?
Oh, she did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so if you try and go south from here, there's an invisible force.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So to get to the gate, you have to go. Get to the altar. You have to go through weird. All right. Entrance to Hades. So you go up, then west, then east.
Doesn't that take us back to the cave?
Oh, sorry. Wrong cave. All right. Then you go north
Takes
to the
us-
mirror room.
Yeah.
Then from the mirror room, you head north. And then north. And then from here, you head southeast. East. Down. Then down. Then south. Right. So do a look around again so we can see the room again. All right. The down obviously is where it goes to the cave, so
Mm-hmm.
all right. So what can you do with the candles? Can you take the candles?
Taken.
All right. All right. So you want to maybe read the book again, so we can look at that passage again. Yea, verily, thou shalt be ground between two stones. Shall the angry gods cast thy body into a whirlpool? Surely thy eye shall be put out with a sharp stick. Even unto the ends of the earth shalt thou wander, and unto the land of the dead shalt thou be sent at last. Alright, that's Hades, obviously. Surely thou shalt repent of thy cunning. So I shall be put out with a sharp stick. Alright, what's that reference to? Two stones? I don't know. What happens if you type in Hello Sailor? Alright. What happens if you say it at the entrance to Hades, I wonder?
Yeah.
So that's down and down? Alright. I don't know. Should we try the dam instead?
Yeah, we can.
Alright. Do you want to reload? Because we haven't done anything, so...
The last save was... Was it at the trophy case? No.
Yeah. Well, it should be.
No. I guess I
Alright,
didn't
well,
save
just
it there.
head back to the, Head back and then put the scepter in the case. Alright.
That's the only thing, right?
Yeah, because you want to hold on to the torch, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I guess you can go down?
Yeah? North, I assume?
Yeah.
Do I... No.
Alright,
Should I try that? Should I try the axe on the Cyclops?
I suppose you can. You have to drop something, though. Can you take the axe now? Alright.
Aha!
Alright. So you know how to get to the Cyclops room?
I can get to the skeleton. I gotta go through there, right?
Alright, get to the skeleton. Yeah.
And it's like southeast or something?
Southwest.
Okay.
East. South. Southeast. Alright. And then, yeah, you can try attacking the Cyclops now.
That's no good.
You want to try attacking with the knife? Alright, try attacking him with the sword again, maybe? Could you try feeding the Cyclops with the lunch?
I don't
We
have
don't have
the
the
lunch.
sack, do we?
No.
Alright. We can restore, get the sack, and come back down.
Or... Okay.
I suppose drop the book. Maybe drop the bell as well. We can come back for that. And you want to drop the lamp? Alright. And open the sack.
Okay. All right. So from the skeleton, how do I get to the...
So southwest. East. South. Southeast. Alright. So you want to try giving him the lunch? Give lunch to Cyclops?
Lunch to Cyclops.
Oh, we could have given him the bottle of water.
Okay.
Sorry.
The bottle
Looks
of
like
water.
we are getting somewhere though. Yeah. That's a long description.
That's because it's all the things we've dropped here. We just dumped all our shit on the kitchen floor.
Alright. Did we take the sack?
I thought I did. Did I? Guess I didn't. I don't know.
Alright.
I guess I did not. You're right. Good.
And open sack? Open the sack so we can get direct access to the lunch.
This is the White House. So you know this game, Mr. Gecko?
Master Gecko.
Oh, Master Gecko. Oh. Huh.
What's wrong?
It's interesting you can go up from the cellar. Because I remember the first time we went that way, it locked. The trapdoor locked going up, but...
Alright, that's weird. Alright. Southwest. East. South. Southeast.
I'm gonna save it here. Okay.
Alright, so, yep. want to try seeing if we can go up while he's asleep?
Hold on.
Didn't you save just before you went into the room?
I did, but I'm gonna try to kill him with the axe. I want to kill him forever if I can.
All right.
The bell. Or sack, I guess. Take. I don't want to drop everything.
Now we need the torch because we need light.
Yeah.
You want to open the sack?
Right.
Just so we can give the
spilled my
Cyclops
drink
the
a
lunch
little
right
bit.
away.
Shit. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
Matthew's text adventures surely would have been interesting.
All right. Takes that. Yeah. What?
You could try dropping the knife. Then take the axe. Alright, why don't you remove the lunch from the sack and then drop the sack? Are you still holding the lunch? Alright, that's good. A lunch. Alright. I suppose that's grammatically correct.
Yes. It is now. Southwest. Oh, wait. Oh, damn
so
it.
You went
Oh,
north.
I went north, not up. Fuck. Now what do I do?
Hang on a second. So
You gotta rescue me. I said north instead of up.
hang on. South, east.
Oh, he's back.
Go west and then up.
Okay. Southwest. Now what? East?
South,
Southeast.
southeast. All right, they were mainly censored adventures. What's this one? Sexually explicit message blocked. I can't see because it's not letting me scroll.
Kind of reach. I'm doing this because my cat's on my armrest here. There he is.
Can't see what he said at the moment. Erotic adventures. Yep, I'm not surprised, Matthew.
How old were the characters?
Well, if he was a kid, they probably would have been his age. All right.
Oh, he was
Give
a
lunch
kid.
to
Okay.
Cyclops. They're a little bit weird, but anyway.
Cyclope. Damn it.
Oh. Is it possible we could stick something in the water to poison him? Let's try. What happens when we drink the water? Does that put us to sleep as well, which would imply that it's not water?
I mean, drink water.
All right, thank you, Mr. Game. All right, that didn't do anything. It just put him to sleep, regardless. All right. Is there some way we could possibly poison him?
I mean, maybe him being asleep is fine. I just wanted to vanquish him rather than just merely.
All right.
But maybe
maybe
you
we
can't.
can sneak past him.
Yeah, maybe that's good enough. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, Master Gecko. That's what I was saying. We go up while he's asleep. And then up.
We're in the treasure room.
All right.
Whoa, look at the
All
score.
right, we're being attacked. All right, looks like we did the right thing, but we're being attacked, so...
A large room. East wall is solid.
Yeah, we're being attacked, Shady.
I'm gonna take my time. If I don't type anything, nothing happens, right?
Yeah. Should we try and attack him with the axe back? Have you still got the axe?
Yeah,
Or
I
just
should.
attack him with the sword, or... It looks like the silver chalice is a treasure.
Okay. I died.
All right. Yeah, we probably should restore, but we're in Hades now for some reason, as opposed to the forest where we died before. But I still say we should probably restore.
So the thing about this game is that it makes you think you can continue playing after you died, but that's actually never true. It's impossible to win. That's my understanding.
I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Well, it was the 80s. They were trying to sort of pad out the game because you only could fit so much onto a floppy disk, and also there weren't many games and they were expensive, so I think the idea is that you were supposed to get about a year's worth out of a game for value for money, which is why they pulled stunts like this.
Ugh.
All right, so we know we can get to the treasure room, and we know that
It just
the
says
silver
the
chalice is in there, and
the
we need
thief knocks you
need
out.
that. But then he cut your throat.
I know, but it's just funny. Like, it didn't say how. He just said it just says the thief knocks you out.
All right. It appears we can sneak past the Cyclops. I'm just wondering, though, if we don't try and attack him, will he stay asleep? If we go in and out and the thief's not there. Because the thief does come out of the room. So, if we sneak in there, take the silver chalice while he's not there, and then come back out, will the Cyclops still be asleep?
Are you going through the whole Zork series? That would be an undertaking. I'm doing several of them. Aren't there like 13 Zork games or something crazy?
Yeah, and only 3 of them are graphic adventures. The rest of them are text adventures that are actually, I think most of them are more difficult than this one.
Yeah, so I'm not really keen on that.
I think Spellbreaker, the creators said that they regretted making it too hard, and they think that most people wouldn't be able to get through it without a guide. So obviously harder than this one, since we're doing okay so far.
Yeah.
Where are you? You just outside the Cyclops room?
Yeah, I've restored back to that point.
Alright. Why don't we test just to see whether the Cyclops does stay asleep if you don't try and kill him?
So
But, like, if we
southeast, give lunch
give
to
lunch, give the bottle.
Cyclops, give.
Alright. Now, if we go...
So, by the way, this music that I'm finding on the internet, there's more to it. It's like an expanded version. This kind of makes me upset. This music that I'm hearing, there's more to it than the one that I actually got with the game.
Yeah. So if you go...
I'm hearing more
Northwest.
arrangements of the same song that are not in the soundtrack.
If you go northwest and southeast, when you come back, will he still be asleep? That's the question. Alright. Oh, he's still asleep. Alright. Now try going up again, see if the thief's still there. Alright. Try going down again. Just to see whether you can get out. Alright, you can get out. Now do a diagnose.
As you take your last breath, you feel relieved of your burden. All right. Sorry. The hell is that? This.
So we're gonna have to wait until he's out of the way. Before we go
The
in there.
treasures in the
So
room
maybe we-
suddenly vanish. Okay. Ugh. Oh, I'm starting to get tired.
Okay. All right, you're being attacked again, so
I know.
you want to restore, wait a couple of turns in the Cyclops room, then go back in to see if he's gone.
Just stay here.
You want to try taking the silver chalice and then...
I died.
Oh, you died. Alright. Alright, well, at least we know that we can get into the Cyclops room that way. We can get into the treasure room that way. Alright. So we did solve something, because we got 114 points.
You said like 124, I thought. Yeah.
So you want to just exit and see if you can get away? Alright. 29 moves! Alright, I suppose that's alright if, check your inventory. Have you still got the torch? Did we lose anything?
This is what I have after putting the Cyclops to sleep.
Alright, but you didn't lose anything else?
I don't think so. I think it's just all on the kitchen floor.
Alright. Alright, so we know that we can get into the treasure room. The silver chalice is in there. Alright, what do we do now? Do you want to check the flood control dam now, or are you too tired?
Is there anything that we need to do? I mean, is there anything else, any other recourse with the thief and all
we
that?
obviously need to kill. We need to get rid of the thief somehow so we can get the silver chalice.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
but we can't seem to kill him. We seem to have got past the Cyclops.
did I
We
try?
know how to
Did
get
I
past
try
the
all my
Cyclops.
weapons?
Well, you could try.
Nope.
Well, you didn't try the knives. Did you try the axe on the thief?
I thought that's what I tried first.
Yeah. So we got the nasty knife and we got the rusty knife.
What?
You want to go back for the rusty knife? Try that. So you in the Cyclops room now. So if you head
Northwest.
northwest,
Mm-hmm.
south, west, down. All right, take the rusty knife. All right,
Okay.
then go southwest, east, south, southeast. Then up. And then attack thief with knife, I guess.
With a knife.
Alright.
I hate these thieves. They
Don't-
suck.
Alright. Probably don't use the rusty knife. That looks bad. You should give the rusty knife to him and get him to use it. Although he's got his stiletto, he probably prefers that.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the Justice Field on Red Dwarf, which Slim Jim would know, but he's gone to bed, so. Where they're like trying to attack each other, but because of the Justice Field, all their attacks go back on themselves, so. You know, they're whacking each other with metal bars and they get whacked with the metal bar. Which was after this, 10 years after this, by the way, so. Yeah. Yeah, this game's 42 years old, so.
Yeah.
As we discussed last time, it's weird.
It's up there.
Yeah.
We'll file for
Okay,
retirement benefits
so-
soon.
Yeah, alright. So we seem to have got past the Cyclops, but when we go into the treasure room, the thief's in there, and he obviously doesn't want us in there. So
I don't want the thief in there, so it's mutual.
I wonder if there's a text adventure version of Zork where you play it from the thief's perspective.
Oh,
And
so you're like killing a fellow
You're
player.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe that exists. I'm sure someone would have written it by this point where Zork from the perspective of the thief. So maybe Matthew. Whoop. There we are. That's better. Yeah. Okay. So what do you want to do now? We've still got the flood control dam. Or do you want to? Or are you getting too tired? Do you think?
I'm getting pretty tired. I don't know. I
Well,
will
we did
admit.
do a lot tonight anyway.
Think so?
I mean, we got a couple of treasures.
Yeah, we did.
We figured out how to get past the Cyclops.
Mm-hmm.
We got through the grating. We got the painting. We got the jewel encrusted egg.
So we got 4 treasures.
Yeah, by the looks of it. But we got the torch as well, remember, which is also a treasure.
That's true. But I'd rather keep that for myself, yeah.
It's still a treasure. Alright, so we done okay. I wonder if we're supposed to bring up the solid gold coffin with us as well. Or whether that doesn't count. That sounds like it'd be quite heavy.
You want to try that real quick and just like drop everything?
Alright.
Except for the torch?
Apart from the torch, yeah. So drop all except torch, maybe?
Okay.
Alright, you know how to get there?
Nope.
Alright. North.
East.
East, yeah.
Say round room. Yeah.
Then we have to go to the cave, don't we? So hang on a second. Engravings cave. Sorry. Alright. Then
Southeast.
from the round room, go southeast.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Is it
east.
Man, my memory's better than I
Down.
thought.
Okay, then we go down again.
Mm-hmm. So when are we
Down.
using a map? Yeah, sort of. We're using a table of directions, actually. So,
That we put together.
Yeah.
So, well, I put together.
yeah.
So we're not cheating because we did it ourselves. All right. Do you want to take the coffin? Can we take the coffin?
Yes.
All right. Now let's try and get out of here. All right.
Or how do you get from the...
Go west.
Oh, west, then go down. No, west,
Yeah.
south, down. Huh. How derpy.
Did we get points for picking up the coffin?
We have 109. That's more than we had before.
All right. Try dropping the coffin. All right. So we didn't lose points. All right. Okay, so no way of getting the coffin out of here. What happens if we put the coffin on the pedestal?
There's no room.
Okay. Well, we still got flood control dam. Yeah, there is a rope. There was a rope here. Is it gone?
Piece of rope.
Yeah, there is a piece of rope. You stupid game. All right. All right. Well, we still got the flood control dam to check out. So you want to maybe check that out next time?
Yeah. Curious
All
about
right.
this
so
coffin
we still got
too.
something to follow up.
Yeah, I feel like
Pardon?
I feel like there's still something here. I'd still consider this a loose end, as well as, of course, the treasure room.
Well, do you want to take a week to think about it?
I probably won't think about it, unfortunately. But yeah,
Well, you might have an idea.
but to come in fresh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably better. Yeah. And we need to change the color
But we
scheme.
have got a few treasures.
We need to come up
Yeah.
with multiple color schemes, because orange on black looks good. It's easy to read, but need more need more looks to this.
Well, maybe people can post ideas in the streams thread.
Yeah, you just need any sort of whatever color
Hey,
on.
we're up to 9 viewers again.
Oh,
Obviously, because Akino stopped talking.
yeah, they all came back.
All came back for the end, yeah. But we've been playing this 3 hours now, and you've had quite a long stream before that, so 6.5 hours for you.
Yeah,
now,
6.5. Yeah, look at how floppy he is.
All right.
He is not hanging on. Look at this. He doesn't even try.
They obviously trust you, so yeah. All right, well done, Shady. We achieved a lot.
All right, yeah, we got our saves, so and the music ended, so I'm gonna click exit, which you can't see right here, but yep. All right, well, thanks for hanging out, Moss, and thanks for hanging out, everybody else. But
That's all right.
yeah, I gotta get some rest. Whew. I
got to get something to eat. It's lunchtime.
As soon as I step away, I'm gonna start. That's actually painful. The way that I messed those limbo runs at the end, just messed them up. Just it's painful to get that far and not have the perfect run. I don't know. I feel like I got to go back and do it.
No spoilers, Master Gecko. No spoilers.
I'm just gonna start kicking myself again as soon as I step away. I just know it. Ugh, I'm already doing it. Sucks. But
Yeah, we did okay with Zork, had we?
Yeah.
And Shady really showed the actor who played Akinar on Miss 4. It's like, no, they're here watching. Yeah, everyone wants to watch Moss and I stream Zork rather than hear about what different choices you would have preferred for Akinar to make.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it more at the sub hangout. We'll talk about this
if I'm there. Otherwise, other people have to talk about it without me.
So if it's on the wrong day, you just can't make it at all, just at any hour.
Yeah, I can't make it on the 27th at all.
Okay.
I'd be busy that day.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure Lauren told me the same thing. So you will get 1 vote back on that.
Yeah. I seem to remember last year I did something on the same thing on that same week, last Sunday in August, and that was the week last Saturday in August for you was last year was when you streamed the new Miss game. So I still haven't seen that. Yeah, so that's the situation. So that's what you streamed last year on the last Saturday in August was the new Mist. Would have been funny if they put the Mist 4, Cirrus and Akinar in the new Mist, just re-recorded everything with them.
Wait, say that again?
Would have been funny if, the new Mist, they just re-recorded Cirrus and Akinar with the actors from Mist 4.
Yeah, I don't know how that would have gone.
Yeah, well, we'll never know now, will we?
I suppose not.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get some rest.
All right. Good night, everyone who's still here.
Yep. Night,
Yeah,
Moss.
we did quite a lot.
Yeah, I think we did okay.
We got almost a third of the points, so.
Almost a third of the points. Okay. Or we actually technically did cross it, but we couldn't keep the points.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good night, Moss. Good night, chat, Gecko.
Good night,
everyone.
Shady.
Yep. See you guys next time.